What's up, everyone? I'm JasmynReviewsStuff, and today we are talking about Game Changer by Rachel Reed. Game Changer is actually the first book in the series that contains heated rivalry, which the show is based on. This book is all about Kip and Scott's romance, and I have to say, I really, really loved it. Scott is a professional hockey player and he is closeted gay and he cannot let anyone know because of his career. There's no one who is out in the NHL in this series. Scott then meets Kip, who works at a smoothie shop, and he is just enamored with him, and their love story goes from there. I love that this book was all about Scott and Kip's romance. It was one of my favorite parts of the show for sure. But I do sort of wish that they had given this book their own season, and I am definitely curious to see how future seasons are going to progress in relation to the rest of the book series. There was a lot of this book included in that first season, but they also miss a lot of really sweet moments. For example, Scott meeting Kip's parents was so sweet and so heartfelt and would have played out great on the screen. There were definitely a few things that were not in the show that I really loved about the book. For example, Kip and Elena's relationship is really sweet and a lot closer than it kind of seems from the show. There's a scene with Scott before he actually comes out to the world, and he has a little heart-to-heart with his coach, who was one of the very few and one of the first Black players in the NHL, and he sort of has a heart-to-heart with him, and he also ends up coming out to him, and it was a really special scene. Another sweet moment in the book was how Scott's teammates reacted to him coming out. He does come out to some of them first, some of the players that he's closest with, before he comes out after winning that Stanley Cup. And even though some of them are not fully on board per se, no one is outright against it, and most of them are very welcoming to Scott and very happy to actually end up meeting Kip. Overall, I just really love this book. I think Kip and Scott's romance is just so sweet. And I think part of that has to do with the fact that Kip is a civilian, so to speak. He's not famous. He's not like an athlete like Scott. And they just have the sweetest relationship. I give Game Changers 5 out of 5 stars.